Hello everyone, my name is Cosmic. Welcome back to Repeat. Now, I have not been here in a while. I realize that. A lot of people say, hey, Jacob, please keep recording this series. And the thing is, if you guys have not noticed, I upload every 2 to 3 days, and I tend to keep series every 7 days. So I'm going to state this now for all of you. In a span of 7 days, I'll upload one episode of a series. So if I uploaded the first day of the 7-day span, I'll wait 7 days before uploading another one, or at least 7 days and at most 14. So I don't want to rush through games quickly. I want to take my time with them. This is no exception. So let's go ahead and dive right back into this because a lot of people wanted to be back. Dear God, what was our last one? Because I've been exploring a little bit on my own to see where we've gone and where we stopped. So it was here, right? Has to be. Right? Yep, okay. This is where I stopped. How did you end up being the black cat, if you don't mind telling us? Now, a lot of people are going to say right now that if they played the game, all of those were far ahead in the game. And yes, this is like I said, I did go a bit further in the game. I went down a completely different road, and everything up until here has been different. So I'm guessing it's still going to be different. But there's one major scene that's not going to change, I don't think. But everything else is going to stay different, and I know that. So that's why I went on my own route by myself, because I wanted to see what happens. It didn't really give me any indication on the further routes that I haven't done yet. So let's go ahead and get right into this. How did you end up being the black cat, if you don't mind telling us? Philip sighed and fidgeted uncomfortably. It's a bit of a long story. I don't really want to talk about it. Aw, so we don't get to hear your superhero origin story? It's not as impressive as you'd think it is. I'm 90% sure you're just being modest again. Well, that was disappointing. I was looking forward to hear how Philip went from such a well-mannered kid to a famous graffiti vandal. Well, could you maybe tell us more about that wishing well you visited? Geez, what is this, an interview? I gotta admit, I'm kind of curious to know more about you, too. I mean, just a few days ago, you were a sweet and polite little thing, and suddenly you turned into the stone-cold vigilante. Hey, even with the black cat stuff, I'm still just me. What you see is what you get. Oh God, okay. Sound glitch? Philip giggled and flopped back into his bed. But I suppose I can still answer your wishing well question. None of that has anything to do with the black cat. I've been visiting that well for years. It's like my little place for comfort. It's also a pretty good reading spot. When I read out loud there, I always felt like someone curious was listening intently. It's probably just my own voice echoing down the well, but it's nice to pretend that someone was there to enjoy my company. Come to think of it, I kinda stopped going there as much ever since. Philip suddenly snapped his mouth shut as if he'd bitten his tongue. Looks like we were approaching some dangerous territory. We'd better steer away for now. Hey, this might be completely off subject, but have you ever felt like that well was haunted in any way? Pfft, don't be silly, Jake. Ghosts aren't real. Hey, you don't know that. Well, don't you think that area's a bit creepy or weird? Geez, you've been watching way too many scary movies. That, or you've been listening to people gossiping about the urban legends around here. Urban legends? Oh, right, I keep forgetting that you're not from this side of the city. There was this creepy story surrounding Bradley Lake that's pretty well known around here. Okay, here's some stupid logic here. I live in the same city, just the opposite side. How would I not know this? It's not, even if it's New York City, let's say, which is one of the biggest cities ever, I would still know. Pretty sure. I remember I had to write a report about it in middle school. They're all just a bunch of nonsense. The Bradley Lake story actually has a bit of real history to it, you know. I scratched my head in confusion before raising a hand like I was in class. I also have scissors this time in my hand, so if I cut myself, it's on you guys for making me stop playing my games. Thank you. Also, I'm gonna say this now, Sun and Moon, get it if you haven't yet. Great game. Not sponsored, I don't think. If I am, thank you, but I'm not, trust me, I'm not sponsored by anyone. You can check over there. No, over, this is gonna be flipped, so over there. It's gonna be over there, guys, I think. Flip, yeah, that way, guys. That direction is the stuff. Oh, if you have the Chrome thing, whatever. Again, I'm rambling off topic and wasting an episode. Let's get back into this. I scratched my head in confusion before raising a hand. You guys mind explaining it to an outsider like me? Owen clasped his hands together excitedly. Of course! Philip could turn out the lights. It's story time. Geez, a bit overdramatic, aren't you? Music change, please. So, have you ever heard of... Okay, I'm gonna have to get serious here. Have you ever heard of the Black Lady of Bradley Lake? I shook my head, then I realized I couldn't see me in the dark. Nope, never heard of it. It's a pretty infamous story around here. Kinda sad story, too. Once upon a time, aka a few decades ago. Philip, no interrupting, you're ruining the mood. Fine, yeesh. As I was saying, once upon a time, a young couple moved into the cottage near Bradley Lake. They were a happy couple, proud parents to their normal child and living life of peace. Until one day, the husband left without a word, and his wife was left to take care of their child all alone. The young mother worked tirelessly night and day to raise her child well. They stayed at the cottage for many months, hoping for their husband and father to come home. But nobody came. One day, a group of burglars and lowlifes happened upon the cottage and robbed the place of bare of any valuables. They brutally raped the mother and stole everything she had, even whisking away the basket containing her baby. The mother was utterly heartbroken and humiliated, left once again all alone. But she never gave up hope. She searched day and night for her child for many years, until one fateful day, a storm swept across the Bradley Lake and the subsequent flood washed her away. They say her body still rests at the bottom of Bradley Lake, rising on occasion to continue her search for her lost child. People who visit the lake at night sometimes can hear the ghostly soft voice of the mother, stinging her child to sleep. Did he say sing? Wow, that's quite the story. It's not as mythical as you'd think. I think the story originated from a real incident that happened about 20 years ago. You meant it's real? I suddenly jump out of my skin as I feel a nice cold finger slide around my neck. It's cold as fuck. That's the second time I've said that. I smashed the lights on to find Philip behind me laughing his ass off. Oh my god, you should have seen your face. Philip, you jackass. Hey, it's not my fault you scared so easily. That story is full of baloney anyways. Just something to keep locals from sneaking out to the lake at night. Kinda sad that you're both falling for it. It's nice to see the locals gaining a sense of creativity, though. I forced a smile and laugh along with him, but my chest lurched at the memory of the cottage at the lake. There's definitely more to the story than meets the eye. Yeah, we met that. Now I'm gonna say this now because I didn't read this story before. I didn't go back to the cottage and help. I didn't get the story before, but the ghost may be back at the thing. That actually I had this. Some guy commented about this on the last episode just a few days ago. There's definitely, well, just a couple of days ago from our recording this, there's definitely more to the story than meets the eye. Here's the thing. Someone commented about the ghost lady and the black cat little fight scene there, and we were wondering who that woman was. And that may be this person as well. Who knows? Or maybe I'm thinking of someone completely wrong. 8 minutes in. Let's keep going. Today ended rather calmly. It's a nice change after everything that happened yesterday. It's good to see everyone back to normal, cheerful selves. Except, I glanced out the window, my heart skipping a beat. Oh, meteor shower! Streaks of white soared through the sky like a gentle dust in the wind. It's the meteor shower that Echo mentioned earlier today. Echo! Yo! Echo! Yo, dude, where are you go? Echo, get the heck... Okay, whatever. Hey, are you there? Echo! There was no answer. Where could he be? Okay, never mind. That skit made no sense. With a hurry, I trudged out of my room and made my way towards the roof. Why the roof? What? Why would he be on the roof of all places? Wow, the view is beautiful up here. The shooting stars broke through the blackness of the night sky in a serene shower of light. This scene feels familiar to me somehow. Oh, okay, he is up here. Okay. You still look like you're kind of gonna die, Echo. Hey there, Jayke. Enjoying the view? No, because you're about to die. Yep. Yeah, okay. He agrees, guys. Confirmed. Echo has gonna die. Okay, whatever. Why don't we have a seat and enjoy the night together? I'm sure you need it after a long day. Yeah, a long day of Pokemon playing on my Sun. I'm almost done with Sun. I already finished Moon, but I'm almost done with Sun. If you say so. I sat down at one of the tables and stared at Echo. His body seemed to shimmer in time with the falling stars, though cracks on his chest, slowly closing up with each falling star. Okay, he's back to normal. There we go. That's much better. Echo? With that, Echo hopped into the chair beside me, and the two of us stared into the trailing night sky. There was a gentle but pleasant silence between us, Echo's eyes filled with nostalgia. It still astounds me how little I know about him, but at the same time I feel like I've known him forever. The silence was hanging heavier between the two of us. Finally, Echo spoke. Hey, Jayke. Yeah? What do you wish? Oh, I can type. Okay. Fat, bulging, loving, hard, dripping, no, just kidding. I'd have to say a person that loves me with all, no. It's not gonna be greed, it's not gonna be money, it's gonna be something legitimate. A faithful group of friends and acquaintances. I don't know how to spell that. Acquaintances. I'm gonna go with that. Acquaintances. Yeah, this is probably wrong because I don't know how to spell that word. Faithful group of friends and acquaintances that'll help me through all of my doubts and troubles. That's a pretty good wish. I'd like that wish. Well, I wish that... Shh! It won't come true if you say it out loud, silly. Oh, so that was a waste of time. Then why do you bother asking? Well, I guess... You know what? How about I tell you a little story instead? A story? Yeah, my story. Echo closed his eyes and sat back on his chair. He looked so tired. Once upon a time, a long, long time ago, a little star fell from the sky. That star was very bitter. He hated people. They were always demanding stars for selfish things. More wealth, more vanity, more attention. The little shooting star dreaded what kind of person would wish upon him. Someone selfish, someone pretentiously good-willed, or no one wish upon him at all. It turns out, a little 6-year-old boy wished upon the star. And that little boy's wish broke his heart. Wait, this is his story! It was a wish no one should... So I made a bad wish, and it screwed me over, I'm guessing. Especially not a child. It was quite a foolish wish. No, seriously, Jayke. It was a really stupid wish. I was inches away from punching you in the face. That's nice. What? I don't remember this at all. Of course you don't. You were 6. I remember things when I was 6. That doesn't excuse your stupidity. What did I even wish for? Not gracing you with an answer. Just thinking about makes me want to throw you off the roof. Jeez, it couldn't have been that bad. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm still here. That means part of you still wants that wish to be granted. Oh, crap. I'm glad I've stayed with you for so long, but for your sake, I hope your wish will never be granted. Then I wonder what my wish is. Because there are a lot of things I could have wished for. Because if it's gonna hurt me, it's gotta be something really bad. It's gotta be something really bad. I swear if it's spiders, I'm gonna quit. Echo sighed and placed a comforting hand on my shoulder. His skin was cool to the touch like a refreshing spring breeze. I have an odd feeling that terrible things will start happening to you and those around you. Enjoy your summer while you can, Jayke. It won't last forever. Uh-oh. That means it's gonna happen. No! Why did you have to change chapters now, Gabe? I could have finished this last time. Chapter 4, Day 6. Polarized. Uh-oh. Polarized. That doesn't sound very good. The Saturday sunlight streamed through the window as I tried to keep my eyes open at the window table. Everyone was up early from an ungodly reason, but at least Cecil was cooking a delicious breakfast. The other side, Owen was forbidden from cooking anything. The kid was like a walking fire hazard. Cecil gave Philip an earful for blowing up the toaster a few days ago too. He's pretty protective of his kitchen. My first weekend here at the academy. I'm not even sure if there's anything to do. What plans do you guys have? Want to hang out or something? The boredom's already taking hold, huh? This lasts for a month, right? I think it lasts for a month. Sorry, but I can't hang out much today. I got a job at the local community center. Wait, the one at the west end of town? I work there too. Aw, looks like everyone's busy today. Wait, what? Seriously? You have a job? Oh my god, dude. Jesus, is that much of a surprise? but you're rich. You sure didn't hit your head this morning? I don't think you had much work ethic, to be honest. Ouch, you guys are breaking my heart. What heart? You mean the one you give to 50 people daily? I guess you're all sort of right, though. It's more volunteer work than a job. Wow, and that's pretty altruistic of you. It's also a great place to pick up cute guys. You all should drop by sometimes. Maybe I could introduce you. Yep, there you go. Okay. There was a collective groan of expiration across the room. Just when you were accidentally cool there for a moment. There you go. Well, I better head off to work now. See you around. What, Philip? What do you mean accidentally cool? And there they go. The dorm space feels pretty empty and quiet with the two of them gone. I guess you're busy at the cafe today? Actually, no. I'm stupidly free today. Cecil was mumbling under his breath as he cleaned up the dishes. Boss insists I get a day off. Something like, I'm the one paying you. If I say you're getting a break, you're getting a break. At least you get some time to relax now. Ugh, what am I even supposed to do with an entire day? Finished roosting off his way out the door with a huff. Well, I'm heading off too. See you around, Jayke. Oh, great. I was alone in the kitchen now, tugging my hair. I leaned back on my chair and stared blankly at the ceiling. Weekends are a time of peace and relaxation, but no, everyone has to get a job. The only other guy to have a day off doesn't even know how to relax. What am I supposed to be doing today? Visit the community center or follow Cecil? Well, I don't really want to visit the community center. Actually, I might have to. Because, he has the barfing thing, or the problem that he just had. Literally the day before. The community center or follow Cecil? Let me think. Okay. Let's visit the community center. Getting to the side of the city sound. Yeah, okay, I guess that works. Maybe fun to see Owen and Philip at work too. I wonder what they do there. I pushed myself off my lazy ass and headed out the door. Alright, well, I guess I can do that. I spent all a good hour wandering lost around the neighborhood searching for this place. The community center, huh? He's a bit bigger than I expected. I made my way towards the entrance. I noticed something odd bobbling around on the sidewalk. Oh my god, it's Dan! It was the incredibly fat pigeon. It's Dan! 1 second, compare side-by-side pictures, go. Tell me how that's not Dan. Okay, a literal borb was waddling around picking up breadcrumbs. What a lazy bird. I wouldn't be surprised if it was too fat to fly. I walked past it, the pigeon looked at me expecting as if I was going to contribute to its food hoard. What? I've got nothing for you, buddy. The pigeon gave an indignant curve before returning its attention to the crumbs. What a lazy little... Ah, fucking get a job. Fat pigeon ruffles his feathers in the bird equivalent of an eye roll. In hindsight, I should probably take my own advice. Yeah, probably. With a depressed sigh, I left the bird alone and entered the community center. Oh, that looks odd. Well, inside this place is quite cozy. There. What was that? It turns out this place offers a lot of services too. There's offices for medical assistance, a food pantry, and even a public ice skating rink at the far end of the hall. I wonder where I should go. Screw food pantry, ice skating rink! I almost walked past the ice rink entrance, but a familiar echo of laughter grabbed my attention. Curiosity building, I followed the laughter down the hall. Why not? It's an ice skating rink! I did that! Ice skating rink was huge, I didn't expect... Jesus. I leaned at the edge of the arena, scanning the place closely. There, Philip was dancing his way across the ice, accompanied by a small group of elementary school-aged guys. The little guys were following him like a pack of ducklings. While most were still wobbling on their feet, Philip laughed and glided backwards around them with the kind of grace almost people lacked even on solid ground. It suddenly dawns on me what he was really teaching the class. Philip clapped sharply and catch class's attention. Alright guys, great job today. That wraps up today's lesson. Everyone's improved so much. Y'all should be proud. I snickered. That was a lot of praise for a bunch of wobbling knees. Despite this, there was a triumphant cheer from the class. The kids beamed at Philip like he's the star of the little ice skating world. Alright guys, make sure to sign up before you leave with your parents. Wait, Mr. Phil, you promised to show us a swirly jump. The rest of the class joined in with pleading chat. Oh, this is gonna be bad, isn't it? So, he's gonna fall. Here I go. Philip takes a running skating start, expertly gaining speed with the lightest. Circled the rink with arms outstretched, every move following the grace of a swan. Suddenly he was airborne, twirling smoothly with the bat. Philip Philip landed. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay. Even when landing, he was light as a feather. With last graceful stint, Philip slowed to a halt before bowing to his cheering class. Class interruption, yawning Wells was interrupted by a ringing bell. Whoops, it looks like it's time to go. Single file line, everyone. Be careful when leaving the rink. Philip suddenly seems to be standing in the background and waves cheerily. I try to wave back in the most impressed manner I could think. Yo, man! Yo, dude, you were amazing! Oh my god, dude, this guy, yo, bro, this guy right here, my homie, yo, my bro. Okay, no. I tried to wave like, hey, Mr. Phil, who's that? I know, it's your boy. Stop! Okay. Philip laughed. No, that's just a friend from school. He's a cool photographer. No, I'm not. Oh no, he's a paparazzi. My mom says they're evil. What's a paparazzi? They invade your I don't think that's what that means. Pretty sure. There was a gasp of horror from the class. Philip looks at me with an apologetic smile. I think you mean privacy. Quick, everyone, you have to protect Mr. Phil's private. This is so dumb. I'm probably gonna get chased out by kids now, aren't I? Those were terrifying. I had to dodge half a dozen sneakers and lunchbox before I managed to reach Philip at the edge of the skate rink. A few kids even tackled me and tried to bite my fingers off. A small army of parents had to rescue me and wrestle devoured children thrashing on top of me. I couldn't help but smile throughout the entire tremendous. At least all the kids were loyal to Philip. He wields a scary amount of power here. I give a sigh of relief and finally catch up with Philip. Philip looked up from helping a kid untie his face sneaks. Jake, did you survive? Whoa, that's one hell of a black eye. I have a black eye? Oh. Philip lets out a guilty laugh. Oh no, that paparazzi's evilness is rubbing off on me. Hey, don't throw me under the bus. He glares at me and with the most serious possible face said, I'm gonna kill you in your Jesus! This is mean, man! What did I do? Even though I just replied to a comment today saying that, but... My inside's frozen terror. What the hell is wrong with these kids? Now, Arnold, don't be mean. Go on and sign up before your parents get tired of waiting. Oh, alright. See you next week, Mr. Phil. As the student wandered off, Philip dusted himself off and grins. Sweet kids, aren't they? Shut the fuck up. They're demon spawn. Don't be so negative, Jake. You were once like that. No, I wasn't! No. As a kid, I was never that aggressive. I just hit my review. Exactly! Boy, that's sad. Sad childhood, Jake. Oh well. Tell you what, there's still some time before my next class. How about we unwind and do a little ice skating session? I've never ice skated before, so no. Hey, no worries. I can pay to teach people this stuff. It'll be fun. That was a long whistle. Heck, if you insist, Mr. Phil. Don't call me that. It feels weird coming from you. Hey, Mr. Phil. How's your day going? Mr. Screw You. Okay. Philip coaxes me into a pair of rental ice skates and steers me into the rink. I stumble around like a newborn calf and Philip holds on. As we walk for a while, his grip held gentle but firm. His hands felt rather cold. Great. See, you're getting the hang of it. Gee, thanks. I almost fell on my face twice. Alma laughed and nudged me to go faster. You know, sometimes pain is the best teacher. Easy for you to say, oof. My fist hurled through the icy floor once again. I felt a rough tug at my shoulders and Philip twirls me back onto my feet. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? I didn't have to catch you nearly as much as most of my students. I studied Philip for a moment, an odd thought striking me. Huh? What's that look? Do I have something on my face? No, it's just that it feels kind of weird seeing you be so gentle and friendly, especially after how ferocious you were at Mr. Dolores a few days ago. Yeah, he completely destroyed him. Philip was quiet for a moment. Everyone wears masks to hide parts of themselves, Jake. We've all got something to hide. Can you honestly say you're comfortable with every part of myself? Actually, yes. You can go through every video, and I don't think there's a single thing I haven't said about myself. No, but I don't have a secret identity. I was talking metaphorically, but yeah, you're right. Sometimes I'm Philip, sometimes I'm the Black Cat. But in the end, I'm still just me. I hope we can still be friends. Of course, I'm not really used to seeing you act so differently. Why did you adopt a vigilante alter ego? Sounds like something out of a comic book. It's a long story. I guess once you've been hurt once, you can't help but see how much hurt is in the world. There's just so much corruption in the system. Like Mr. Dolores and someone else. I just can't stand an idle and watch while that happens. I'm actually going to go back and read that. And the West Orphanage incident. I just can't stand idle and watch and let that happen, you know? I don't want other people to get hurt, too. That's very brave of you, actually. Brave is one word for it. Other people would call it stupid. Philip looked at me and smiled. He squeezed my hands gently. Thank you, though, Jake. It's nice to hear you're not weirded out yet. Yet. Keyword yet. Are we still friends? His voice sounded so fragile. Of course. Why would that be a question? Is that it? Okay, that's the end of that day, I think. Got my sisters back. Oh, back at the dorm room. Okay. Now I was looming over the horizon. I still had thoughts of swimming wildly through my head. I feel like a freezing dead won't go away. Is there something I'm missing? Like I said, to enjoy my summer, it's a bit hard to do that when everyone around me seems to be hiding something. Or was it just all in my head? A text message? I flipped through my phone idly. It's from someone I don't know. Maybe a wrong number? Hey, Gran? Don't get angry, but I'm outside Canary Academy right now. I know I'm not supposed to be outside, but I really wanted to check out the school. The problem is, I'm kind of locked outside at the moment. And there's this creepy guy following me around campus. I might be going crazy, but it looks like he doesn't have arms or a face. Don't pause. But I know who this is now, because when I went through my other thing, this is the big event that happened that doesn't change. I'm not going to say it yet, but I did just reply to a comment on this today about what it is. My heart instantly jumped to my throat. No arms or face? That sounds like the remnant I saw 2 days ago. Why was it following this person specifically? Specifically? Were they important in some way? Oops, wrong number. Sorry, that must have been awkward. Hey, I'm a student at Genaria. Do you want me to let you inside? It's probably safer than staying outside there with a stalker. There's a long pause before the next text. That would be great, actually. I'd love to stay alive. Thanks. I'm sitting at the back entrance. Thanks a bunch, friend. That's settled then. I'm on my way. I jumped to my shoes and socks and glanced around the room. Echo! Did you hear that? Nope. Okay. There was no answer. Echo? Looks like he isn't here. Where did he run off to? Useless wish, isn't he? What? Hey, Hallie. Sup, bro? Hallie? Looks like I'll have to babysit you for tonight. I can't let you run off and get yourself killed. Where's Echo, and why do you even care? How should I know where your wish is? I have better things to do. He's probably off on what you mortars call a lunch break. It's nighttime. She shrugs dismissively. As for a second question, of course I care. I may loathe everything about you, but you're useless to me dead. Now, hurry up and let that person inside. I'll make sure you don't suffer any lethal damage along the way. Thanks. Whatever. I better go get that person inside and away from the remnant. It's probably safer to have Hallie with me than to go all alone. Yeah, probably. I don't know if my options will change, though. I'm probably going to pick my options differently here because I want to see what else there is. The school feels a bit spookier at night. There was an odd chill in the summer air. Now, where was that person? I hope the remnant hasn't caught up to them. Hello? Are you out there? Frog! Jeez! I forgot about that! Something suddenly slapped me across the face, sending me reeling to the ground. What the hell? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the stalker. Are you alright? I'm fine. You could have given some warning before backhanding me, though. Sorry about that. It's a bit scary here at night. Here, let me help you up. Thanks. I looked up and instantly froze. There you go. Here's the girl that we were introduced to in the, last episode, I think it was? And I know this because I saw her on the website. I said this before. I saw her on the website, so I knew she had to be a very big character. And when I was looking up thumbnails for this, there was a picture of Cecil, Owen, Philip, and her. So I was wondering who she was, and now we know. You? Huh? Sorry, have we met before? My heart lurching painfully across my chest. Why are tears welling up in my eyes? I don't even know this person. Almost feels like I'm reunited with an old friend. There you go, they're glowing. I don't know what hers is. I think hers is like a sound box. Okay, it's a camera. The cameras we wore around our necks suddenly kindled into a warm glow. Emotions welled inside me like an overwhelming sense of regret enveloped my heart, almost like memories from another lifetime. Haha. I'm gonna put this down a little bit. God, that's so bright, isn't it, guys? There we go. That's better. Hello. Did I hit your head too hard? You're kind of zoning out. What? Oh, sorry. I don't know what got over me. I rubbed my eyes and shook my head from thoughts. I feel like a mess. I stumbled across, back to my feet. The girl watched me like she was watching me, like she... The girl watched me like she was holding back a laugh. That's better. So, you're the guy who's supposed to be rescuing me. I thought you'd be taller. I wish I was a little taller. Wish I was a baller. I like that song. Or maybe look a bit more heroic. Hey! Would you rather I left you outside? Hey, don't get me wrong. I'm totally grateful. I just figured from your bold text you'd be a little more... Never mind. Anyway, the name's Ginny. A pleasure not to be killed by a stalker tonight. Yeah, I know, right? I'm Jayke. Nice to meet you too, I guess. I need to fix this chair, seriously. This is really annoying. Alright, there we go. Oh, hey, that's a nice camera. Ginny pointed at the camera hanging from my neck gleefully. I remember buying one just like that forever ago. Are you into photography? Sorta. I kinda just picked photography at Generic Academy for an easy grade. That's no way to live. You should try and enjoy it more. Especially if you're attending this prestigious school like Generica. Take tons of photos, capture every important moment. Too short to just let time slip by. Photographs, after all, are just little pieces of time. Little pieces of time. I swear I've heard that somewhere before. The teacher, what's her name? There's a teacher who said that. I forget her name, though. And Echo said it. Echo said it, the teacher said it, I said it, so she says it. Maybe that's a connection? That reminds me. Why are you sneaking to the campus late at night? People are usually trying to sneak away from school. You could just come here during visitor hours or something. Moonful Science stared up at Generic Academy in many buildings. You know, I've always wanted to come to a school here, but I can't. She avoided the question. I'm sort of under house arrest? Oh, never mind. Well, not actual house arrest, but I'm not allowed to roam around willy-nilly. And so you decide to sneak out and go to the school of all places. Hey, some people aren't lucky like you. I've never been in an actual classroom before. By the way, what's it like studying here? You know, besides the crazy arm of stalkers that follow you at night. Well, there's tranquilizer-wielding teachers with chins that look like shapely ball sacks, and there are cute bunnies and vandal classmates riding skateboards. Besides that, classes are pretty boring. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I can't wait to sneak here more often. Ginny was absolutely giddy as she skipped around the parking lot, taking in every detail around her. What an odd girl. Uh-oh. She's here. Whoa, give me some warning before you pop up like that. Hallie ignored me. Staring at her barely breathing, her eyes were wide and looked like terrified hope. Hallie reaches out to Ginny, hands shaking violently. As the world collapsed with her at every moment. Jazz hands. Hallie, what are you... Can she see me? Ginny suddenly walked right through Hallie as though she was made of smoke, not even noticing she was there. Hallie fell to her knees, choking through a shocked sob. I quickly scrambled to her side. Hallie, are you alright? No, I'm not. Hallie forced herself to take a deep breath before stumbling back onto her feet. Never mind me. You two should get indoors before your faceless friend finds us. Bit late. Everyone froze as near laughter echoed through the night. Jayke, look over there. There was an unsettling shadow teetering across the parking lot. Its jointless legs spasming at each stride. Even its movements felt unnatural and inhumane. That's the thing that's been following me. Wait, you can see it too? But you can't see Hallie for some reason. Oi, coward, is this really the time to be pondering these things? Right, we should probably head inside. Ginny, follow me. I grabbed the door handle but wouldn't budge an inch. Was it locked? No, it feels as though it was unnaturally sealed shut. You bugger! Oh shoot, the remnant approached us, its maniacal grin coming into a view. The air felt heavy and charged. Suddenly my knees gave out and I fell to the floor. My heart was hammering against my chest. I felt so tired as if every inch of my body were weighed down by lead. Jayke, you alright? Huh? Ginny seemed completely unaffected, looking down at me with concern. Found you. Looks like I'm not crazy. You're actually missing a face. Ginny, stay away from it. It's dangerous. The fudge is that? That is actually sending chills down my body. What the heck? The remnant suddenly roars, one of its countless eyes snapping open. Its one open eye zeroes onto Ginny, jittering in a mad dance against its socket. Well, this is quite the eye-opener. In spite of this situation, I couldn't help but groan. Please, no. One punny friend is enough. Hee sorry, I couldn't resist. Your memories lay scattered and
can't remember your other lifetimes? Pity.
Oh, so it's armless, faceless, and crazy. What do you want from us?
The first time you came here, Jayke, I finally granted your wish. I finally gave you what you wanted. Tell me, girl, why do you interfere? And Jayke, why did you return to the beginning?
So, do you have any idea what it's talking about? I can barely understand what it's saying, let alone what it means. Looks like he knows your name, though. Are you two friends? Hell no! I want nothing to do with this thing! That's enough talk. I'm putting an end to this.
Oh, the lingering comet still lives. Are you still trying to save them? Try all you like. You are the Black Death, who cannot bring anything but misfortune.
The fuck was that?
Misfortune. Do you hear them?
Shut up. Shut up! Hallie's eyes flared. Suddenly, every electrical fixture in the city seemed to glare with blinding light. It was abruptly bright as day, with light shining from every street lamp, every building. Ginny and I had to cover our eyes to stop ourselves from going blind. The remnant was shrieking with ear-splitting pain, its cries echoing throughout the night. Okay then. That's pretty dark. And that thing sounded very fucking creepy. Soon the light subsided and the remnant was gone, leaving us alone in the night. Looks like it doesn't handle bright light too well. Maybe that's why it was moving when I saw him playing daylight. Allie kind of knelt over the ground, burying her feverish face in her hands. Her breathing was reduced to ragged gasps. Allie, are you? You. Take Ginny and bring her inside. I've unsealed the door. But leave. Okay, we'll leave. Alright then. Got it. The lights are still on in the lobby. That's a relief. So, is this type of thing normal around here? Oh yes, it's totally normal to have ghosts and spiritly shit haunt us around here. It's a time-honored tradition. I'll take that as a no. Do you even believe in ghosts? No, I don't really. Dying should be short and sweet, not drawn out like floaty spirits. That can't be very comfortable. The fudge! We suddenly hear footsteps. We suddenly jump as footsteps came scrambling our way. Shh, it's her. Hide me. What? Ginny lunged behind the counter as the footsteps drew closer. The footsteps turned into deafening thumps as Miss Clarice barrels down the corner with fury. Jayke! Hey, Miss Clarice, how you doing? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, Jayke. Why are you out of bed? Well, you see... Wait a second. Are you wearing a bathrobe? Now that she's up close, it looks like Miss Clarice scrambled out of bed just moments ago. Her bright yellow Crocs gleamed against the floor as her haircuts quivered dangerously from her still wet hair. This image is going to be burnt into my mind, isn't it? Instead of questioning my fashion sense, I suggest you explain why you're wandering around campus at the dead of night. Well, you see, his faceless ghost was attacking this poor passerby, and I did my duty as a protagonist to rescue the poor thing. Oh, Jayke, if only you showed just kind of creativity in my classroom. Ouch. It'd be nice if you had told the truth. I was once young, too. I know how you youngsters often sneak out to meet up with whatever boyfriend or girlfriend you have hidden away. Ah, nah, it's nothing like that. Just remember that protection is a must. STDs are a real problem, and not something that happens to someone else. I believe Mr. Rakov has pamphlets with diagrams in his office. Miss Clarice, I promise you that I'm not sneaking out to sleep with. Also remember that love at first sight is a lie. Romeo and Juliet claimed that they have had it and died 3 days later. I buried my reddening face into my hands. Yeah, I take your advice to heart, Miss Clarice. Excellent. Now hurry off to bed and do not get caught again. I'll not be so lenient next time. With a huff, Miss Clarice turned and walked off, leaving me alone with my embarrassment. Well, almost. That was rather educational. Only groans, face still buried. Was that your first time getting the talk? Your face was priceless. My parents never cared. I thought I'd be free from this experience. It's a rite of passage. You can't escape it. Anyway, thank you for letting me into the school. I think I'll stick around and explore the place a bit. You still stick around even after a ghost attacked you. Hey, you can't live life without a bit of an adventure. I'd ask you to be your tour guide, but I don't want you to get into any more trouble. Well, I'll see you around. Have a good night, Jayke. Fuck you. Okay. And so Ginny waltzed it off and disappeared down the hall. I sighed and ran my fingers tightly through my hair. It's been one hell of a night. Why do I let myself get dragged into these kind of things? Huh? I reached up and clutched the camera hanging against my chest. It felt warm. Was I just feeling my own pulse against my palms, or did the camera have its own heartbeat? No, something has definitely changed. Repeat. Well, since it's over a chapter, we did an entire chapter today, I'm going to save our game here. All right? And that is going to be it for today. Day 7, little pieces of time. Now, I have learned that the days, once you hit a certain day, something happens. So I'm not going to tell you what happened yet because I believe it'll reveal it on this day, actually. I think it reveals it this day. So I'm not going to say what yet, but you'll find out very soon. I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys did enjoy. See you guys next time. This was Cosmic. Goodbye. Peace.